A pro-life win at Texas Tech. It's January 23rd, 2026, and these are your headlines. A scheduled talk by a late-term abortionist will no longer proceed at Texas Tech University's Health Sciences Center. In a statement to Texas Scorecard, TTU-HSC, what an abbreviation, said it evaluated the request and determined that it is not in the best interest of the university to host the event on campus. Now, this decision follows several days of activism by Turning Point USA's Texas Tech chapter, working with pro-life activists, Mark Lee Dixon, and Jim Baxa, who's currently running for Lubbock County Clerk. Organizers say they were alerted on January 19th that Shelley Sella, a New Mexico doctor who performs third trimester abortions, was scheduled to speak. Sella is the author of Beyond Limits, Stories of Third Trimester Abortion Care, and has described herself as the first woman to openly practice third trimester abortion care in the United States. The talk was billed as a physician's perspective on third trimester abortion care, ethics, and patient-centered medicine, and was sponsored by Medical Students for Choice. Activists argue that Texas Tech is a taxpayer-funded institution in Lubbock, where abortion has been outlawed locally and statewide, shouldn't be hosting an event promoting illegal activity on government property. Organizers remain free to reschedule the event off campus. Houston ISD has lost more than 13,000 students since 2023, according to a new report from the University of Houston. Researchers found enrollment declines accelerated after the Texas Education Agency took control of the district, with the biggest losses occurring in entry grades like kindergarten, first grade, and ninth grade, suggesting families are increasingly opting out when faced with these big enrollment decisions. The report, using data from U of H's Education Research Center, shows Houston ISD enrollment has fallen almost every year since 2016. By the year 2024, the district served 176,693 students, down from over 216,000 students in 2016. Students leaving Houston ISD are largely transferring to neighboring districts, charter schools, or exiting public education altogether. Researchers noted the decline occurred before the expansion of school choice under Senate Bill 2 this last session. The report also highlights major workforce changes since the takeover, including a surge in first-year teachers and a rise in uncertified educators to nearly 1 in 5. District leaders say falling enrollment is costing Houston ISD roughly $50 million to $60 million per year.
Real Texan.
I hope you'll sit down with Texas Scorecard every Sunday as we visit with real Texans who are doing real things to make the Lone Star State shine even brighter. We're going to be talking to activists and politicians, but we're also going to be talking with men and women who are shaping business in Texas and driving for a better culture.
Rounding out our trio of education-related stories today, a Bartlett ISD teacher ousted last year over sexual misconduct allegations is now facing felony sex crime charges involving students. Jared Lee Knox was arrested Thursday and charged with improper relationship between educator and student and possession of child sexual abuse material. Both are second-degree felonies punishable by 2 to 20 years in prison. The case dates back to January of last year when a 17-year-old student accused Knox of touching them inappropriately and making explicit statements while the student was at Knox's home. Bartlett ISD Superintendent Teddy Clevenger announced in February that a teacher had been placed on leave over an alleged improper relationship and was no longer employed by the district. The allegations were reported to law enforcement and state agencies. Well, investigators later interviewed multiple current and former students. An arrest affidavit says one former student admitted sending explicit images and videos to Knox, and Knox's phone allegedly contained more than 10 nude or sexual images of the student, some possibly taken when the student was 16. Knox was booked into the Bell County Jail. Bond has not yet been set. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.